Now on WRDE Coast TV.
Some fast-forming, quick-developing storms are tracking from the southwest. We're going to move towards the northeast, expecting to move throughout several communities. We're going to continue to track these storms as they move gingerly through our area, going to hit Laurel, Georgetown, and eventually hit the Lewis area.
A deluge of rain and one surprising emergency call. What happened in one Millsboro campground today? And major road work in a matter of hours. What drivers in the Cape region need to know. Dog park progress when a highly anticipated park in Georgetown has its next step.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV. Your local news at 11 starts right now.
Good evening, and I'm Madeline Overturf. I hope you had a great football Sunday. Thanks for staying up with us. We begin Coast TV News with a brand new beach replenishment request. Cape Shores is looking for beach replenishment. The City of Lewis's council says it is considering asking Delaware's congressional delegation to add Cape Shores Beach to the existing federal beach nourishment projects, which includes Lewis. Denrec would add an additional 75,000 cubic yards of material to the Bay Beach as is. State police need your help finding this man. They say Stephen Moran is wanted for a domestic assault in Rehoboth Beach, and he's also failed to re-register as a sex offender. And just a reminder for everyone in Lewis, Robinsonville Road is closing with the intersection at Plantation Road Monday. After that happens, DelDOT says drivers will need to use Cedar Grove Road as a detour route. The department says the closure is set to go into October, where that entire section of Plantation Road will close until the new roundabout opens in May of 2024. Let's take a live look right now into Ocean City from the 45th Street Tap House camera, courtesy of Hershey's Exteriors. An absolutely beautiful night right now. Oh, but I think, Paul, I just saw a flash of lightning in the background there. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams has been tracking this.
And this has been a problem throughout the weekend because where it looks pretty clear most places, but then you go to some isolated pockets like right here down towards Gum Swamp, where we are keeping a close eye on the possibility of some strong storms that are tracking towards the northeast pretty steadily right now. And with the latest tracking that we're looking at right now, it's going to be making its way towards the Royal Oak neighborhoods as well as Hebron, and then towards Del Mar, and then possibly hitting the Laurel community by 12/18. Now, these aren't severe storms, but they have had a history of producing some strong winds, lightning strikes, as Madeline just alluded to. And, of course, we're looking out for some possibility of hail, looking for that scattered pattern to continue. But here's the thing that's the rub about it. Although it's stormy weather, typically we don't think storms is a good thing. But it was this case because last week we were at 96, 97, 93, setting record highs, and now we are trending lower thanks to the rain and the rain-cooled atmosphere. Well, that's a bit of a help for us. Although when you take a look at our UV index, courtesy of Face of Grace, we're looking at our UV index beginning to escalate again with a level of 7, which is considered high, and with the burn time within, let's say, 30 minutes, so you're going to need your hat and your sunglasses. More sunshine, but cooler weather on the way as a result of that. And then there's the complication of Hurricane Lee, which we're going to get into great detail in a moment because it's going to cause complications with riptides. Even though it's not going to hit us directly, it's still so big. Maddie?
Paul, thank you so much. Well, the town of Milton is trying to address flooding. You see the sign there. They want a clear sign to drivers that are coming in the growing area when there is flooding. Town Council is proposing to ask DelDOT to install a water on roadway sign at Cave Neck Road and Front Street. Now, Front Street commonly floods. It's also one of the main routes into downtown. The town of Selbyville wants new business to help address old funding problems. According to the town's agenda for Monday night, the town is considering amending its code to impose an impact fee on new developments. The money would contribute to operating costs of the library, police department, and fire department. The exact amount of that impact fee, though, that has yet to be determined. If you need some housing help in Lewis, it's going to be a bit late. The city says due to, quote, extenuating circumstances, the time frame for inspections, plan reviews, and the issuance of building permits will take longer than normal. The current estimate is approximately 2 to 3 weeks. Georgetown's potential dog park is moving forward. The dog park committee is meeting again on Thursday. The mayor previously told Coast TV that this idea for the dog park was in the very preliminary stages. Ocean City is shining a little brighter all weekend long. There have been remembrance beams of light in honor of 9/11. A memorial ceremony is scheduled for noon Monday at North Division Street and the Boardwalk. And there are a number of 9/11 ceremonies and tributes scheduled for Monday, as we just said, one at noon in Ocean City. Also 10 a.m. at the Air Mobility Command Museum in Dover at the Air Force Base. That's where a retired New York City firefighter who conducted search and recovery at the World Trade Center following the terrorist attacks will speak. At 5 p.m., there's a ceremony at the home of the Whitford family in Lewis. Their son was a firefighter killed in New York on 9/11. If you were near or at the Holly Lake campsite Sunday morning, you might have noticed a lot of commotion, right? Well, that's due to what was called in as a potential lightning strike. Here are photos from the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company. It was reported a camper had a lightning strike, smelled smoke, and then saw fire under the camper. Firefighters on scene, though, they couldn't find anything to confirm a lightning strike, but they did recommend that propane providers and electricians contact the camper owner just to make sure everything worked properly. The call did cause some traffic jams there at Holly Lake. Bethany Beach's town council results, they are in. Out of 6 of the candidates for the 3 seats, the winners are incumbents Jerry Morris, Patrick Shepley, and newcomer Teresa Keel. The Frankfort Police Department needs your help finding 3 stolen dogs that are still missing. Take a look at your screen. Police say Kylo, Kuate, and Kaylee were stolen from their front yard on Honolulu Road sometime Wednesday night. The dogs are American bullies. Anyone with information about who might have taken these dogs, please call police. You will not see lifeguards on Dewey Beach anymore. We spoke with some people on why this worries them, especially, as Paul mentioned, with the high rip current warnings in effect.
People just they think the ocean's a big swimming pool. And so they hop in and they just go for it, and they don't realize what they're getting themselves into.
If you do find yourself in a rip current, never fight the water and definitely swim parallel to the shoreline. The Dewey Beach Patrol reminds people never swim beyond your limits. Some lifeguards, though, are still on. Fenwick Island has lifeguards on the weekends, as does Rehoboth Beach. Lifeguards at Cape Henlopen State Park and Delaware Seashore State Park South Inlet, they're also going to stay for a few weekends more, according to DENREC. Though these beaches are usually unguarded after Labor Day, the department says significant growth in State Park Beach Patrol guards has allowed them to stay open this time of year. They say guards will be on duty Saturdays and Sundays through September 24th, and the beaches will be unguarded during the week. An international story making news: a powerful earthquake struck Morocco, killing more than 2,000 people and damaging buildings from villages in the Atlas Mountains all the way to the historic city of Marrakesh. The magnitude 6.8 quake was the biggest to hit Morocco in 120 years. New details tonight as the manhunt for an escaped prisoner in Pennsylvania enters nearly 12 days, and he is getting farther and farther away from police. Take a look here. Police say Danielo Cavalcante, he's now being described as clean-shaven after early pictures showed him with facial hair. Here he is now. Cavalcante was reportedly seen in the northern Chester County area near Phoenixville when he visited a couple of former co-workers who weren't home. The escaped inmate was then seen on a home doorbell camera, and the homeowner alerted authorities. Tonight, police pledging to search more and also protect the victim's family.
I do believe that he's still in Pennsylvania. I can tell you that the victim's family remains under protection, and we assure them that they will be fully protected through all of this.
So how did he get 20 miles from police? According to them, Cavalcante stole a 2020 white Ford Transit van from a dairy farm Saturday night. Police found the van Sunday morning, but Cavalcante was not inside. COVID cases are back on the rise. The new variant found in a Delaware hospital patient. Also, major pharmacy chains like CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid, they've all reported an increase in sales of testing kits. Doctors on the coast tell Coast TV they are seeing a rise in COVID cases in patients of all ages. A new COVID variant might be concerning, but doctors say don't worry too much.
There are treatment options available. And Paxlovid is a very common antiviral treatment for COVID. It is still good for this type of COVID variant.
Some schools like the University of Maryland are reinstating isolation protocols, drawing some controversy. The new CDC director telling reporters, quote, "COVID is here with us." Exciting news for UD fans. Select home games for University of Delaware field hockey, football, soccer, volleyball. They'll all be broadcast right here on the Delmarva Sports Network. The first football game against New Hampshire will be Saturday, September 23rd at 6 p.m. on the Delmarva Sports Network, and more games can be found on our website. We have a number of programming changes starting on Coast TV Monday, so take a look here. Extra moves to 11:30. Followed by the Drew Barrymore Show at noon. NBC News Daily still airs at 1, and listen to this, that is where you can get local news cut-ins from Coast TV, by the way. Then there's the Jennifer Hudson Show. At 3 p.m., Tamron Hall's on. At 4 p.m., our local lifestyle program, Coast Life. And in between Coast TV News at 5 and 6, you can now catch Inside Edition. We will see you then. Well, we are just getting started this evening. The Powerball jackpot continues to climb. Just how much money you could win tomorrow.
And what's going to be happening tomorrow night is that Hurricane Lee is expected to strengthen from a Category 3 back to a Category 4 as he eases a little bit closer to the East Coast. We'll give you the latest tracking coming up in a moment.
But first, a deadly crash under investigation. Harrowing details revealed tonight by state police. Don't go anywhere. We're back in just 60 seconds.
McDonald's, Telemundo Delmarva 42, Pohanka of Salisbury, Lupton Mall, and the Voice Radio Network presents the Hispanic Festival 2023. Join us to celebrate the Latin American traditions, culture, dances, art, Latin American food, kids entertainment, 7 international artists, and the biggest taco festival in Georgetown. Sunday, September 17th at noon on Ray Street in Georgetown. Tickets are $15 and kids under 10 get in free. Sponsored by...
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
A Magnolia man is dead after a crash Saturday evening. Police say around 5:15, the 63-year-old man clipped another car, ran off Clapham Road into the woods, eventually tipping it onto its side and running into the trees. The man was pronounced dead, and in the other car, a 16-year-old Milford girl driving and her 11-year-old passenger, they are expected to be okay. Cambridge's curfew for teenagers, it's back on the table. The pilot program put an 11 p.m. weekend and 10 p.m. weeknight curfew in place for teenagers, with a few exceptions. It was debated earlier this year, some saying it empowered parents, others said it wasn't effective. After a clash on council, the council moved to reinstate the curfew. That's on the agenda for Monday night's council meeting at 6 p.m. in Cambridge. The Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control put a hold on a dredging project in White Creek after what they called a contractor delay. Boaters are struggling with that, though. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk shows us why they are putting pressure on DENREC to complete it sooner rather than later.
A look down White Creek. For nearly a year, a dredging project remains stalled here.
A lot of folks won't come up here unless it's high tide.
Owner of Ocean View Marina, Tom Fowler, says business isn't what it should be without the dredging.
There's a lot of boats that use this creek, and it's dangerous being shallow like this.
Fowler says if dredging doesn't come this year, it'll mean another tough season for the marina and more threats of getting stuck in the muck for boaters.
In a statement, the Department of Natural Resources said they've yet to establish a timeline for dredging, but they're hoping to get it done as soon as possible.
Bill Kroll says dealing with shallow water is part of the price he pays for living just off of White Creek.
We try to look at the tide so that it's at least a rising tide when we go out. The problem is when you come back, if it's a low tide.
Kroll feels DENREC has done a good job here and expects them to return in the fall to finish up as agreed. But Fowler isn't entirely convinced they'll follow through after the initial delay.
I think they just need to finish it, and I hope they do it soon. I know there's rumor they're going on to Indian River, and that's great for those folks, but I think we should be finished before they start another project.
A project months in the making, still no end date in sight. In Ocean View, I'm Heidi Kirk, Coast TV News.
Still to come, a mobile food pantry heading to Georgetown. When and how you can pick up some of the essentials.
And we'll talk about how Hurricane Lee, as he begins to move a little closer towards us, might cause some complications with the latest run of the spaghetti models and how far it's going to be away from us.
Party decor and more. The store that has all your party supply needs. Festive holiday decor. Game day team supplies. Balloons that are safe for the sky. Announcing a special surprise. And of course, something for every birthday year that flies by. Party decor and more. The only party store at the beach. Midway Shopping Center in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Success isn't just about money, it's about finding your purpose, building something you're passionate about, empowering people, and creating joy for others. We serve happiness, and great success is built on great relationships. That's why 15 years ago, I partnered with County Bank. County Bank believed in my vision. They helped me expand my business to new heights. Their commitment to personalized service, innovative solutions, and strong community ties makes County Bank the perfect partner for my journey to success.
Where legendary locals bank. County Bank, member FDIC.
Windsor Teak Furniture, Fenwick Island offers the world's best outdoor extension tables with 10 different versions in stock. Tables come with 2 built-in butterfly leaves that could create 3 different sized tables and allows you to open and close in 10 seconds. Tables starting at 66 inches up to 138 inches long and could seat from 6 to 16 people. We have a table for you. Drop by our showroom and smell the teak, or check us out at windsorteakfurniture.com, and remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
Honey, where are you?
Whether it's a natural disaster or just everyday life's mishaps, Royal Plus brings calm to the chaos. In disaster's wake, there's one call to make. Royal Plus.
Real quick, before we get started, take out your cell phone, put it on camera, and scan the QR code right there in the corner of your screen so you get the latest version of our weather app, because this is a week that you're going to need to track that weather, and we can do it for you. It's absolutely free, and whether you live here or not, it works wherever you go, no matter where that may be. Hurricane Lee, moving northwest at about 8 miles per hour with sustained winds at 120 miles per hour. It's a Category 3, expected to strengthen to a Category 4. It ran across some unusually warm water, which allowed it to swell into a Category 5 briefly. Now it's over cooler water for right now. It's going to continue to go back and forth, swelling and going back down over the next forecast period till we get to, let's say, going into the week, the middle or the last part of the week, where it's going to downgrade to a Category 1. But the latest tracking is indicating that it might move a little parallel to the East Coast. Now, that's a bit of a good news, bad news thing, because with all the spaghetti models indicating it's moving parallel and that we're expecting it to stay about 389, nearly 400 miles away from us, that's the center, it's such a big and girthy storm that we're still going to have problems with waves and riptides right here at the Delmarva Peninsula. So even though it's not going to directly hit us, we still have to be on the lookout. Radar is looking clear for right now in our immediate area. We do have some scattered showers to our southwest that will make its way towards the northeast, being propagated by the frontal boundary that's actually to our west. But once again, it's very schizophrenic in nature, so to speak, back and forth. But where it did indeed hit, it hit pretty hard. Delmar, over 2 inches. Near that in Bridgeville, over 1.5 inches in Millsboro and Stockley, just shy of 1.5 inches in Harbison. And in Rehoboth Beach, 1.32 inches of rain officially hit there in the last 24 hours. Temperatures in the 70s right now, generally speaking, and we're looking for the UV index to escalate up to a level of 7. So yes, you will need your sunblock. For the folks that love recreational weather, listen, we'll look at your pickleball forecast. Watch out for playing pickleball in the midday hours. 79 and a little bit of light rain at the very least. Forecasting, we're looking at forecasting scattered showers pushing through rather rapidly. We'll have push of the winds coming out of the south, and then we've leaned already into Tuesday. Scattered showers on Monday and on Tuesday. The amount of rain becomes very interesting by the time we get to Wednesday. One of the models is indicating that we may see 4.5 inches of rain in Long Neck. I think that's a stretch, but it's good to keep in mind if you live in the Long Neck community. So we're looking for scattered showers for sure Wednesday for Wallops Island as well as Assateague, and 77 degrees there. With the beach forecast, we anticipate some rainy weather in Ocean City and Bethany as well on Wednesday, and look forward to stay a bit rainy on Wednesday as well as Monday in Cape Henlopen as well as Dewey Beach. One last note about Lee before we come to a conclusion. You see this convergence that's happening here, this frontal boundary? It's going to act like a baseball and bat and foul tip that storm even a little bit farther away from us, and that's what we hope will continue to be the case. Here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. Then we'll settle into the 70s after we get rid of all this rain.
Paul, thank you. A reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations. Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 FM, on 93.5 The Beach, and on Big 107.7. The Food Bank of Delaware is holding a mobile food pantry in Georgetown on Monday. To attend, you just have to bring a photo ID and proof that you live in Delaware. The pantry will begin at 10 a.m. at the Crossroad Community Church, and households must be present to get the food at that distribution. The Powerball jackpot has once again surpassed $500 million with the B dollars after nobody hit the grand prize in Saturday night's drawing. An estimated $522 million with a cash option of $252.4 million that'll be on the line for Monday night's Powerball drawing. Not to bring you down, but the odds of winning the jackpot are 1 in 292.2 million. After the break here on Coast TV News, patio permit. Which one of Rehoboth's newest specialty restaurants? What do they actually want? But first, e-bike dangers as more come on our coast. What you need to know. That story up next.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose one of 5 flavors for endless combinations, including new Nashville Hot. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
We just bought our first home. Sure, there's a lot to fix and money's tight, but thanks to my husband, we're keeping our spirits high and all our costs low. Because with him, the glass is always half full.
Babe, got it.
Even if it's leaking.
You're always there for them.
Of course.
And we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
Hey, are you the bath guy? Are you licensed and insured?
I believe you're looking for us.
At Peninsula Bath, we're your local pros for bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, customer focused, and competitively priced. Ask about our free shower door upgrade and our neediest bathroom contest.
Thank you, Peninsula Bath.
Do you know how it feels to change someone's life? Our caregivers do. They change lives every day by protecting the vulnerable, bringing peace to families, and helping people enjoy life once again. Because at Homewell, our caregivers provide far more than just care. They provide hope to make a real difference. Make yourself at Homewell. Apply today. Homewell Care Services. Trusted care. True compassion.
Sam Calagione from Dogfish Head here, inviting you to join us in downtown Rehoboth Beach at our brew pub, Brewings and Eats, and at our seafood and cocktail spot, Chesapeake and Maine. Grab a brew pub exclusive on the patio and indulge in a wood-fired burger or pizza, or enjoy an inventive cocktail with fresh seafood from our raw bar. Come visit Dogfish Head in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Cheers.
Make dinner good tonight with Hardee's new chicken tender platters. crunchy, juicy tenders all dipped in buttermilk and hand-breaded. With a thick slice of garlicky Texas toast, seasoned crinkle fries, slaw, and choice of sauce. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
There are new concerns about e-bikes. More people across the country are riding them. Many of them have sparked conversations on our local trails here on Delmarva. But as Stephen Romo reports, they're also causing more accidents.
E-bikes are zooming into cities across the country, zipping through traffic and barreling by at parks and beaches. Across the globe, sales are skyrocketing. In 2019, nearly 4 million e-bikes sold worldwide. By 2024, that could rise to 10 million a year. But also growing, concerns about their safety, especially for young people.
Local leaders have declared a local emergency.
This summer, the city of Encinitas near San Diego issuing an emergency declaration after 2 teens on e-bikes were involved in separate accidents.
He would bring joy into every single room.
In one of those crashes, Claire Champlain's son, Brody. Back in June, the 15-year-old was riding an e-bike and was seen wearing a helmet when he was in a collision with a van and later died.
It's a real nightmare. It's a real life nightmare come true. You can't even believe you can live through it.
But the concern is not only for people riding these e-bikes, but the potential risk they could also pose for people in their path.
Oh, nice hit.
Erica Davis says her 6-year-old son was hit by an 11-year-old e-bike rider at a San Diego area beach last year.
I saw my son, and then the e-biker hit him to the ground, and then the bike on top of him.
Erica's son survived.
But we have seen some e-bike injuries in patients as young as age 4.
Pediatric trauma surgeon Dr. Romeo Ignacio at WRDE Children's Hospital says this is just the tip of the iceberg. Talk to us about the types of injuries you see from these e-bikes.
The most common injuries that we see are concussions. We're seeing fractures. I think it's going to get worse.
Some San Diego area schools now offer e-bike classes so students can learn how to stay safe on the road. But it's complicated. The e-bike laws themselves differ from state to state, including age requirements for riding one. It can be confusing for parents since not all e-bikes are the same. Some only go up to around 20 miles per hour, while others almost 30 miles per hour. Moms like Claire now pushing for the policies to keep up with the technology.
I don't think the streets and infrastructure are properly laid out for our riders' safety. And unfortunately, he's not here anymore, so we're going to have to do it on his behalf.
Stephen Romo, NBC News, Carlsbad, California.
Friday this week, the Sirocco restaurant in Rehoboth Beach has a permit hearing for an outdoor patio. The hotel restaurant is located on Rehoboth Avenue and 2nd Street at the location of what was the old Sandcastle Motel. It is powwow time again for the Nanticoke Indian tribe, a weekend to look forward to. But Mother Nature had other plans Sunday. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us how a little rain couldn't stop the spirit of the powwow.
The 45th annual Nanticoke Indian Powwow went off without a hitch on Saturday. The annual event celebrating the tribe's culture and traditions. But today, muddy ground and an empty powwow circle.
But unfortunately for 2 years now, on Sunday it's rained out. And we went years and years. We could go 10, 12 years without ever having rain. So it's really amazing that this could happen twice in 2 years.
Some, like dancer Amy Adams, says although they couldn't dance today,
we're grateful that the earth gets nourished and gets to chill out, but we do miss the second, day of powwowing together, and we like to hang out as much as we can.
While some felt the canceling of Sunday was a letdown.
It was a shame because I felt people come from all over to come to this for the weekend, and then to make money, and here they're not making it if they're not open.
From dream catchers to native jewelry, the beating of the drums, even half-eaten fry bread. No matter the weather, the spirit of the Nanticoke and all indigenous people is alive and well.
To come out of the dark and allow people on the outside to understand us better and people on the inside to feel better about who they are and what we're about.
it's really like a family feeling that we create for everyone, and that's what's addicting. We get to live our culture.
The Nanticoke tribe tells me the powwow is the biggest event of the year for them, and they're going to lose out on a lot of revenue because today, day 2, was canceled due to the rain, but there's still opportunities to donate at www.nanticokeindians.org. There's a donate button. In Milton, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
This is the 3rd year the powwow has been at Hudson Fields, and members of the tribe say it's been a positive experience.
Route 1 here, where most people are coming back and forth from, traveling, and they're like, oh, what's going on around here? And then they make a U-turn and they come to see what we got.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Experience expert mechanical service right here at McQueen Classics. From under the hood to the final details, our trained technicians will take your Classic from where it is to where you want it to be. Or if you have an unused gem, we might buy it or help you consign on Bring a Trailer. And if you're in the market for a classic car, we have a huge selection ready to go. Time for the ride of your dreams from McQueen. Behind the new Redners on Route 9 in Lewis.
Termites are here. Protecting your home starts with Rice's Termite Defense. Rice's Termite and Pest Control has been the trusted name in termite treatment for over 30 years. We start by using the best products on the market, combined with an industry-leading warranty that protects your home year after year. Right now, get $50 off any termite treatment. Call or visit us online at delmarvasbestpestcontrol.com for a free termite inspection. Rice's Termite and Pest Control, where protecting your home is the family business.
Sun, sand, and summertime style at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke. Dive into our huge in-stock selection to refresh your home. Ask about our prompt delivery and up to 24-month interest-free financing. Discover our charming children's selection. Try out our full range of Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress brand. Browse appliances that you can depend on, like Speed Queen. And trust our professional and experienced installation and service team. Make your home a reflection of you at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke.
Join a global team of dreamers, doers, and inventors at one of the largest biotech manufacturing companies in the world right here in Millsboro, Delaware. Start your career with Merck and Quality Control. We offer competitive pay, health insurance, tuition reimbursement, 401k, pension plan, and annual bonuses.
I graduated from Salisbury University and started here as an entry-level lab tech, and now I'm on the leadership team. Merck is an excellent company to work for with unlimited growth potential.
Join Merck and be a part of a bigger story. Apply online today.
Very topical for Sunday Night Football, Mattel has unveiled its Career of the Year themed Barbie dolls, and it's women in sports. The dolls are dressed to represent 4 sports-related careers. Among them are an athlete, a referee, a sports reporter, and a general manager Barbie in her power suit. I think that is absolutely fantastic, Paul.
I'm all about girl power. Got 3 daughters. That's how we roll. Indeed, that's how we roll. By the way, we're getting a couple of showers rolling through here pretty quickly, initially actually causing a little bit of concern for possibly some hail that would be forming in this area. I'm zooming in a little bit tighter here, kind of see what's going on with this particular cell. And overall, we are seeing a bit of movement with this cell as it begins to push on through. Now, one thing we want to bear in mind that this is a cell that's looking like it's more and more starting to break up, with most of it continuing to stay to our north, but we're seeing it make its way throughout Tykeson and then headed towards Cox Corner, as well as over towards Wetwicken and over towards Sandy Hill Road. Generally speaking, we anticipate that it's going to continue to stay relatively scattered with all of the activity moving across the Delmarva Peninsula. It's being propagated by this trough that's beginning to slide through, but we have that steady flow that's coming out of the southwest, but it's finally beginning to break up a little bit for us, but we're looking for this hit and miss pattern to continue really for the next couple of days in a row. I mean, we're looking for scattered showers on Monday with a 60% chance of rain. Tuesday, 50% chance of rain. Wednesday, 70% chance of rain. But here's the kicker. Thanks to the stormy weather, and typically we don't talk about storms being a good thing, we are now going to stop dealing with temperatures that are close to the norm to below normal temperatures, and it will be dry.
Paul. Post Sunday Night Football. For more news and local weather, you can download our news app. We'll see you up next for Coast TV News Today. It starts at 5 a.m. Have a great rest of your evening.